Okay. Looks like it's connecting. It says it's live. We're good there. Move this over. Okay, guys, we're getting set up here. And it's weird because I've got the camera like off to the side, but when I'm looking at the screen, it looks like it's lined up right. It's funny.
What's so funny?
John Lincoln says, woo, first.
Hey.
Because the camera, it's like off to the side here. It doesn't look straight, but I guess, you know,
as long as it looks
okay on here.
from what I could tell.
Yeah. One day we'll figure it.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Well, we're going to get started up here in a minute for our podcast.
Yes,
Now, we haven't done one in a few weeks, so SB Cruiser says aloha.
Hey,
Aloha. Hello there. Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Gutens.
Gluten
Tag.
Gluten Tag.
There you go.
Scott says it's raining here.
We got a little bit of that too.
Hello, how are you? Hey, Jared. Hey, Toy Painter.
Where is the person?
Yeah, it's raining here too. So it's a dark and stormy day here in the Cleveland area. And hopefully the weather's okay where you guys are. Albert's joining us. Hey there,
hello,
Albert. Hey, guys. So you've got a movie there that you were really enjoying. I didn't watch it with you because you were outside having a fire and I was cozy in the house.
I did the other day, and I had to. It's just something I bought. I bought at the library, and we're just rambling until we introduce the show.
Yeah, you could ramble a minute and then we'll.
I wish the names were on the people that are in it. I feel not bad, but I guess you could look it up, right? If you only had a way to access all the information on the planet at your fingertips. If there was just, even if it could be portable, it would be even better if it was portable. It doesn't even have to be. You could actually be stationary, like on a desk, and it would have like, I don't know, access to something. Maybe you call it the World Wide Web or something like that. The internet, maybe.
Yeah, maybe if there was an interweb.
Someone should get on that.
We could search the names.
So this movie I picked up, and interestingly enough, this person, the star.
And what movie is it called?
It's called Siren.
Siren.
Siren. It doesn't have the people's names listed on the back, which is weird. It doesn't have the stars. I think it was made a few years ago. I don't think it's that old of a film.
Maybe it's all indie actors.
It is an indie production, but man, I'll tell you what. I enjoyed the hell out of this movie. It was a refreshingly interesting horror movie. The woman in it, I wish I knew her name, who plays the siren, which is a creature. I mean, it is what it is. Mm-hmm. It's like, you know, remember sirens were the creatures that lived in the sea that
they would lure
to their deaths.
The fishermen to their deaths.
It's this, okay, but it's not anything. But that's what the creature is. Hi, Louie. Louie's joining us.
Special guest star Louie.
I didn't know what this was going to be, and interestingly enough, this actress is going to be at Terrence Muncie's Gray Skull Collectibles.
Oh, in Indianapolis.
Yeah, he's got her coming in the shop. Boy, I wonder if we can go out and go over there. I'd love to meet her.
Maybe. So if you guys are in the Indianapolis area,
yeah, go check out
Gray Skull Collectibles.
Yeah, look it up on Facebook. He has Terrence Muncie, M-U-N-C-Y, like Muncie, Indiana. I wonder if there's any connection there with him in that name. Anyway, I guess, but this was refreshingly great. It's the best way I could describe this movie. It's like The Hangover meets horror. It's good. It's really a good. It's like
cool.
A bachelor party, gone insanely wild, and but check this out.
Gone all kinds of wrong.
It's very different. You know, it's almost like the Hangover meets The People Under the Stairs. That's a better way to describe it.
Interesting.
It's really, really good.
Cool.
I can't recommend this enough. So check out Siren, S-I-R-E-N, and that's all I know of it. Like I said on the back, it has no.
So we've got more people joining us.
50 cents. I paid 50 cents.
50 cents at the library.
At the library when they're selling, they have DVDs and books and stuff for sale. Anyway.
Randall's here. He says, "Hey, good to see you guys."
Yes.
Grandpappy's here. Wiki Bobby's
here.
Hi. So yeah, we've got a little bit of a crew.
Louie's here.
And then we've got Louie. So I think we're good. We can start the podcast.
It feels so good. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of
Living the Scream, the behind the scenes of The Mummy and the Monkey. And this podcast talks about our reselling and thrifting adventures and behind the scenes of our horror themed monster characters, the Mummy and the Monkey, where every week
Oh, that's a little late, but all right.
or almost every week we
Thank you.
host the Harry Scary Hangout on our YouTube channel, and it also is televised on Public Media Network.
Mm-hmm.
So we're very yeah, we have a lot of fun with that. We love doing that.
Yeah,
And,
but we have a bit of a challenge though. We're trying to crack this nut.
okay.
On how to expand our viewership, because our episodes, I mean, we do full 2 hour plus episodes, you know,
Yes.
of our Harry Scary our live streaming show, which stays up for, you know, until the end of time, I guess, on our YouTube channel. But our viewership has grown a little bit, you know, and that we can watch live and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But man, we're a long way from having, you know, tens of thousands of subscribers to our channel. And there are other things out there that I think we're at least good as, genre related or not, that they just blow up. I mean, and we're not talking about anything viral. We just want to know how we can pump up our viewership.
Yeah, because we're always trying to improve the Mummy and the Monkey and improve the channel.
Yeah.
And we're trying to.
I would like more people to go, hey, there's a Friday night horror hosted show that ain't half bad. You know,
Yeah.
That's me tooting my own horn maybe a little bit, but not really. Because I think all of us, when we do something, we put our all into it. And I watch a lot of other things that are related. And, you know, I don't know how they're doing, but what you could do is look at their, you know, if you want to go apples to apples, look at their YouTube.
You could look at their YouTube or look at their social media to see what kind of following they have.
And it's more difficult. And the show we're doing is a little more difficult because everything has to be vetted so it can be up on YouTube. So we can, number one, there's two different ways to do things. Right, you can monetize, or we could show almost tons of other stuff and not be able to actually monetize on our channel.
Yeah, there's movies where we've screened them, but then like, you know, we're you know, some movies that we know are in the public domain or that other people have played them and they believe it to be in the public domain. We'll run it through, and then like, you know, maybe some of the background music gets dinged.
Yeah, for whatever the reason.
You know, little things like that where it's like, whatever the reason may be, we're trying to do right by YouTube and to have our channel in good standing, because even though it's a lot of fun and we love doing this, we also would like to get a tiny bit of a kickback with the ad revenue.
Yeah, we've struggled with this whole thing because how could we be a horror host without showing a movie, you know, or movie hosts? I mean, that's the challenge, right? And YouTube and that's fine. I'm all about protecting people's owned material.
Yeah.
So if a movie or whatever we're showing has some sort of copyright or ownership to it, that's fine, no problem.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're gonna go by the rules.
It just makes it a lot harder for what we can show because a lot of it's crap. But again,
like the Beast of Yucca Flats.
But that should work in our favor because that's another hallmark of a horror hosted show was the real bad movies, you know, that you have to show, you know. But and in some places, some horror hosts obviously, you know, they have it together where they can actually show things, and I guess we're gonna look into some other stuff to figure out how to actually legitimately show things and not worry about it.
What's nice is sometimes we do get permission to play an independent film by the filmmaker, where they're like, "Yeah, you could play my movies. That sounds awesome."
Yeah,
so we've done that before, and we love working with the indie people.
Yeah. So
another option. And this is a shout out or a call out to any one of you guys out there that might have a podcast or a radio show. Yes. If you're a vlogger, like if you do YouTube videos, if you're a filmmaker, an artist, if you guys want to send us like a little promo video talking about what you do for like a minute or two, you can email it to us, and then vice versa. We can also do a little promo video for your whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
And then you could put it on your YouTube or your website or whatever.
Yeah, I guess.
And I think that might help too if we just try to reach out a little bit more and try to network a little more with people.
Yeah, and I mean, spread the word too. I mean, if you know people that like horror hosted stuff or movies or whatever the hell we're doing on Friday night, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, whatever you call it.
Whatever you want to call it. Just tell friends and anyone that you might know, or you know, just to check us out. And if you want to apples to apples things, the closest one I can think of is like that actually has some viewership and subscribers is Creature Features. I mean, out in California, and they did have the luxury of having the name of a popular program that's been around since the late '60s, that they use that name.
So that name is very well
It
known.
has a little collateral to it.
Yeah, and I think there were other cities too. It wasn't
Everyone,
just...
well, it rhymes, right? Creature feature. Everyone uses that.
Well, I think it had to do with the movie package,
Yeah.
that back in the day these TV
Yeah.
stations would buy these different movie packages, and one of them was called Creature Features.
And the show.
So then I think in some states, like in California, and I think there were a few others where they would host shows called Creature Features, and it was they each one would have like a different host.
So yeah, and it's hosted by Vincent Van Dahl.
Yeah.
Real nice guy. We've had the occasion to speak with him. But that program is no longer on broadcast television. It's strictly a YouTube channel now, or a YouTube show.
I think they also have a Roku thing going on. But yeah, they're more like online
Streaming
now and streaming.
Yeah.
Which is where a lot of things have gone.
And and it's good. Well, it worked out. It's working out for him because he has that following from television, and then but he's been putting stuff on YouTube for a while.
Consistently, like every week.
Yeah. Now he does 2 shows. He does a Friday night show and a Saturday night show. So,
and we love their shows.
Yeah, their production's good.
We like the characters. We're a fan of them too. They're nice with us. And one day we will go visit them.
So yeah, we're trying to figure out how to replicate what he's doing, even a part of it. Even if we have a tenth of that sort of because again we feel like we're doing sort of the same thing. So if you like the one, why wouldn't you like the other?
Yeah, it's very similar, and the only big difference with us and the other shows that are similar is we are live streaming literally in front of the camera.
Right. It originally broadcast live.
If we flub up lines, if we
leave a mic on,
if we leave a mic on, or if a mic is muted by accident, every now and then we'll have
drop
every now
connection. It's
or if I swear by accident, sometimes that happens, and it's all in real time.
All the scars and all the cuts and bruises are right there, as they would say.
And we're talking to you in real time right now if you're watching it live.
And that's the big point of difference with our program is that it's all free form. We plan very little.
Well, we have an idea.
Scripted.
We have an idea of what we want to talk about. Every week I put together show notes.
Yeah.
So I have like a little idea of what we could talk about, and then we just kind of go from there.
So, and then we ask questions. We interact with the audience. Obviously, I mean, again, that's the big point of difference with our shows, that we sit here and we actually interact with everybody. It's not just which is fine. I mean, the scripted shows are fine, but everyone's doing that. So we try to figure out what could we do.
Well, and if you go back to when Vampira was on television in 1955,
and Ghoulardi and people,
and when Ghoulardi was on television from 1963 to 1966. It was in real time. It was like live streaming, but old school, antenna television.
Yeah. It also reminds me of morning shows that everybody had, where they would take phone calls.
Oh yeah, like the morning exchange.
Yeah, every town has them and still does. I mean,
like the local daytime talk shows. Yeah.
So we're just doing a horror hosted version of that, basically, where we're actually interacting and able to take on real time questions and things like that.
Yes. So
improv.
We're going back to those old roots of horror hosting, where it was live on the air, and if you make a mistake, you just keep going.
Yeah.
There were old TV shows from the 50s that did that too, where they filmed it in front of an audience and it was live on the air. So if someone messed up a line, if you see like a microphone in the way or something,
that was it.
That was it. You just kept going.
This program was recorded in front of a live studio audience.
Yeah.
They always announce that at the end. But yeah, so I mean, do we reinvent the wheel? No. Did we come up with the next best thing? I don't know. Probably not. But we're just trying to put our own spin on it. That's all.
Yeah, like something old, something new, something borrowed, something boo.
It's a mashup,
Yeah, a monster mashup.
Yeah, monster.
Well, I'm going to read a few comments.
Let's interact.
Speaking of interaction, Randall says, I'm anxious to see your Halloween decorations. Ooh, yeah.
So am I.
Speaking of that, we were going to get out some of the Halloween stuff tonight. I was going to do some dusting and cleaning, and we were going to hang up some Halloween lights, and we want to make a scarecrow or some other type of creature.
We have that mask.
Yeah, we want to like maybe put something But we don't actually, in the past, we haven't put a lot of decorations outside. Only because of the weather, all the rain and stuff.
That's no excuse. That's no excuse. We saw that beautiful, that house the other day was had a great.
That did look cool.
They kicked our. I mean, we get our asses kicked every year. We never do anything. We're lame. We're Halloween all year round, man. You know, I'm tired of that too. I want to do something good. I never.
Okay, well, we could do something more this year. But yeah, we honestly don't decorate outside enough, and we need to put out more Halloween.
We do. And one of these years, I'm going to get that 12-foot scale.
Well, the one year we had a big coffin filled with candy. Remember that? Mm-hmm. We had a wooden coffin filled with candy.
It's a small one. It looked like a child's coffin.
Yeah, it was
it's
like
a cooler.
It was a coffin cooler a friend made us, and it was like a half-size coffin.
I want to use that again. That was great.
Yeah, we filled it with. I made treat bags, and then I think we only ended up giving away like some of it, and then we went to Akron Comic Con like maybe a week later
and
gave the rest of the candy away.
That's right. Yeah. So we're talking. I guess we're talking about Mummy and the Monkey the first half.
We could do that, and then we'll talk about eBay for the second half.
Okay. Sounds good.
Mark says, "Love your T-shirt, Janet." Oh, this old thing. Thank you. I've had this T-shirt for like 6 or 7 years. Thank you.
I like what's in. I mean, on the T-shirt.
You like what's in the shirt?
On the shirt.
Oh, I have a robot on my shirt.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, the robot's pretty cool. Yeah, I've got a lot of old T-shirts, and I still wear the same old ones.
John Lincoln.
Mummy and the Monkey is my most anticipated thing to watch every week, and Sci-Fi Saturday Night on MeTV.
Wow.
Aw, thank you, John.
You know, we do, and we have to put that together. We get a lot of complimentary emails and messages, and it really makes our day. I mean, because the whole point of this is to entertain you, obviously, out there.
Yeah.
And pay homage to the thing that we grew up loving a lot. And, you know, as far as we know, there's no horror host high you have to go to.
Well, why don't we do a video where we read all the nice comments that we received online?
Yeah.
And in the mail and things like that. Why don't we do like a separate video just for that?
I would love to. I think we need to point some of that out.
Yeah.
And yeah, and it was really weird getting into this because there was there's a lot of people out there that don't think that you should just be able to do your own a horror hosted show. It's like telling kids or people not to start their own band because they're not already professional musicians.
We only heard that maybe twice.
Yeah,
so
but it's out there. It is out there though, and it's like really?
Yeah, it was out there maybe twice.
Really? It's like, you know, how is that, you know, and even, well, that and the whole point when you mention that you're on the internet, oh, you're just on the internet. It's like, yeah, but it's this, I mean. Yeah,
but again, the people who are saying that are people who are of a certain age demographic.
Yeah, that's true.
And when we get younger people talking
only a few
to
times.
us.
That was the question. What channel are you on?
Well, and what age group were they from?
I'm saying, but we got that a lot. You know everyone that was on the gets on YouTube.
So how do we, I guess at that point, we just try to educate
we want to grow a new audience.
And try to grow a new audience also and get younger people to also watch
And that's where that point
when you tell them about what we do, like when we talked to some youngsters at Akron Comic Con, they're like, oh cool, what's your site? Or are you on YouTube? Yeah. Are you on
They're hip.
Yeah. Oh, what's your Instagram? Let me follow you on Instagram. Yeah. And they look you up right away on their phone.
Yeah, but there was, and we won't get into it because I know I already see you don't want to get into it, but
yeah, because we've talked about it ad nauseum, like way too much, like ad nauseum,
not ad nauseum, not in nauseum. Anyway,
well, it's like too much.
Ad nauseum.
We've talked about it too much. How about that?
That's fine, but it is still not a sore spot, but it's just like.
Well, it is for you apparently.
Well, yeah, because you know we were talking about how do we grow our channel. It's like, is there still? Well,
we're not going to grow our channel dwelling on those two people saying, "Hey, why aren't you on TV?"
Well. That's 2 more people that would, you know, that could subscribe to the channel.
And technically, people watch YouTube on their TV all the time.
Yeah.
We watch YouTube on TV all the time.
That's what I was trying to get to. Finally, it's taking forever, but people are starting to figure that out en masse, ad nauseum. I usually get it wrong. That it's finally it's starting to blur. It's starting to get figured out. Hey, I can watch anything on that oblong box in my living room that I watch NBC on. So what if it's NBC or YouTube? Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know, they're all going streaming now anyway, so.
Swamp Picker's here. Speaking of YouTubers, he's a fellow YouTuber. Hello there, Swamp Picker. How you doing?
But maybe there'll always be that sort of thing because, you know, even in film, I mean, there's still the term indie. It's not like if you make a film, it's considered professional. or industry. So
if it's not a giant corporation backing it, they call it indie. If it's a smaller company, it's indie.
It's a movie. I mean, it's so strange, this delineation.
If it didn't get a theater release, it's indie.
I guess I'm still. I guess I don't think that's great either, unless you're.
Gary
more
Pack
punk rock.
says the internet is bigger than TV now. It definitely is.
Oh my God, it's huge.
It definitely is.
How could you deny it?
Yeah. Virtual Vicky says, don't let them get to you. All two of them. I am in my late 50s and appreciate you doing this. Thank you, Miss Vicky.
It was more than 2 people, but I know you're just. But I get your point. Trust me. I mean, we didn't give up.
But when you say things like that, there's like 2 individuals I can think of that I know where we've had that conversation that really stand out, and I know that that's what you're referring to.
But it's nice to see, if nothing else. But it's nice to see that that's becoming that the internet is now a way to legitimately watch whatever you want. Like when we watch we don't watch any network stuff.
We barely watch anything on regular TV.
YouTube stuff on the Roku stuff we can pull up on YouTube. A lot of YouTube.
Yeah.
A lot of YouTube we watch. And, we had this conversation before too, but...
Yeah. A month or 2 ago, I remember saying on our podcast, I heard someone on one of the local news channels here talk about how they were going to put out special content for the channel, whatever YouTube channel, because it's the future. And they were going to put like extended stuff on there that they didn't have time to fit in on their regular television schedule. Yeah. So, like, I guess it was there's a channel in particular that's going to have like a sports chat show on their YouTube. So they were telling people, hey, check out our YouTube. And they were advertising that on regular TV. Right. So.
And any of these premium, these things you pay like $6 or $10 for a month, like CBS, they have programming that goes back to the 50s on CBS from what I understand. So it's like, wow. One of those should last you. I mean, but there's so much of this. It's gotten to be to the point where everything is you can cherry pick anything you want to watch, and you can design your own network basically. Yeah. You program what you want to watch. It's great. So, but we're still trying to figure out how to. There's some stuff going on that we have to just sort of wait and see what happens with, but. Yeah. But it's good. I mean, and if nothing else, we're chugging along. The audience is growing. And that's the other thing. The retention is very important.
The audience retention
are watching the whole damn show.
Is very good on the channel. What we're struggling with right now is obtaining new viewers. We have a lot of regular returning viewers.
And we love you.
Which is amazing because we love that. We right, see Lily. You guys. We appreciate you.
Right, Lou?
We're just trying to build it up to get new subscribers. Okay, let's read some more comments.
Look at this handsome devil.
Louie's very handsome. Grandpappy says, I am spreading the word at all times. People are tuning in. Thank you.
Grandpappy's probably one of our biggest champions out there.
Randall says, hey, guys, I'm 70 and I enjoy you as often as I can catch your broadcast. Thank you, Randall.
Yeah, they're archived, so you can always go back.
Virtual Vicky says, eventually broadcast TV will be phased out completely. At least that is the plan, and the broadcast spectrum will be reserved for mobile devices.
Huh. I could see that. I could see that.
That's what she's thinking.
Think about all the money because basically television is just like a magazine, right? It's a format for advertisers to pay for it to lease time to advertise their goods and connect them with some entertainment that people will watch in hopes, that they'll see their ad and buy their Coca-Cola or whatever. That's like that television thing is just now it's all over the
Some channels are still. Like there's some channels that seem to still be doing good. Yeah, there's still some stuff out there that people will still watch.
I'm not knocking any of it. I mean, like I said, if we got the right network type of deal, we would do it. Of course. I mean, we want to reach as many people as we can. Yeah. And I don't know, the show might not be the same format, but.
Well, I remember like when we would live stream stuff on our Facebook fan page. And I don't know how they calculate the views. It might be different. It might not be as accurate, but
I don't know.
We would get thousands of views on Facebook.
Oh, that's true.
Like one episode would get like 6,000 views. But then the audience retention wasn't there because
they only watch like 5 minutes at a time, right?
Yeah, because if people are just scrolling through and then they see us
that's why, though.
Some people would only watch for like 5 minutes and they keep scrolling.
Yeah,
but on YouTube, I think people who watch on their TVs on YouTube,
they treat it like an actual.
They treat it like a regular TV show.
Right, they're watching it at that.
So the audience retention is way better on YouTube than it was on Facebook.
Much, and that's very flattering because, again, I mean, you never know, when you do something, you can't, you want things to be successful and you want cool stuff to happen, but it's not guaranteed. So it's nice to see it.
And then on Public Media Network, we're not sure on the exact amount of viewers. We have an estimated idea, but we don't know the exact amount.
I'm scratching my under thigh, not my ass. So if anyone's...
He's scratching his leg, not his butt.
It really itches. I'm not gonna. I can't say. I'm gonna itch it again. But it's like right below the cheek, so it's not, and far away from the crack part. All right. See, look.
No, I'm good.
Anyone laughing at this shit?
John Lincoln. Wish I knew how to make a commercial for your show on Facebook.
How? Just
People maybe share and spread their love for the show.
That would be cool. It would be really nice for viewers to send in video messages. You could.
Maybe.
You could WeTransfer it if it's a big file, and it's a free way to send stuff. You look up WeTransfer.com. You can attach file because anything over 25 megabytes won't fit in an email.
Yeah, you can send video files through WeTransfer.
Yeah, here's our Gmail.
So there's our email address for anyone else that does a podcast. If they have a YouTube channel, if they are a filmmaker, a musician, an artist, whatever. Yeah. If you send us a promo video, we could play it on our show, and then later on we can make a promo video for your show.
Right, it's a promo exchange.
Yeah, and
it's
that way,
exchange program.
That way, your viewers can watch our show. Our viewers can watch your show.
Let's help each other out, man.
Yeah.
It's a love scene, man.
And speaking of that, we're going to have a cameo appearance on Dario Avil's Halloween special.
And if you don't know who Dario Avil is, you should check it. What's the name of his show? The whole name.
Dario Avil's Mausoleum of Terror.
Yes.
And he's on YouTube. And what's cool is he's Louisiana's first horror host, or first African-American horror host, but a lot of firsts there.
A super unique character.
And really cool character.
He's a voodoo guy. He's a voodoo priest.
Yeah, so Dario is a young person, who likes...
Shockingly is interested in the genre at that young of an age.
Yeah, who's, in his 20s, he's a fan of the genre and wanted to do something with it. And he plays public domain movies, and he has this really cool voodoo character. His makeup is really fun. Dario Avil. And he has really cool makeup. He has like this turban thing. It's really fun.
And he looks like I said, he's like a voodoo priest, and it's really cool. And and it's like I was watching one of his episodes the other day, and I'm like, man, this kid's got something. He's got all the right stuff going on. He just has to, he just has to keep doing it and then polish it more. But he's totally onto something.
Oh yeah, I think he could have some great success with it.
I want him to be super successful.
Yeah, he's really nice too. So we're internet friends with Dario.
Yeah, but we'll be on his show, and I have to find a promo. He cut a promo for us a while back. Gotta dig that one up. But
we have to play that on our next show.
Yeah, we'll be doing some appearances too coming up. We got Cinema Wasteland this weekend. Yep,
Cinema Wasteland, Akron Comic-Con, and then there's Saturday, October 8th, we're going to be a part of a charity event.
Oh yes, this is a new thing.
It's a Cleveland zombie walk, I think in the Tremont
been to one of those
neighborhood. And I have to look up the location. I don't remember the exact location.
Sunday vodka.
It's Saturday, October 8th from noon to 4 p.m. Ugh. And it's a zombie walk, and all the proceeds help the Cleveland APL. And we love...
Which is the Animal Protective League.
The Animal Protective League. We're all about helping our animal friends. So yeah, we were asked to be there as the Mummy and the Monkey, so we're going to be there, and we're going to get video.
We're going to do it. We haven't been on a zombie walk in a while. Should be fun.
Yeah, it'll be nice.
And that's an event where, if you don't know what they are, it's where it's. Did you explain it? I was kind of like.
No, I didn't explain what a zombie walk is, but many of them are for charity, where you go and it's like $10 and they'll do your makeup, or you can show up dressed in makeup and you donate maybe cans of food to the food shelter, or you donate a couple bucks to the APL or whatever cause.
You haven't donate food to the APL, really. Here's a can of beans for the dog.
Well, you stumble around with your buddies dressed as zombies.
There's a little route that you walk with everybody.
You walk around the neighborhood, and
sometimes there's zombie hunters there, and
sometimes
it's a nice mix. Or wranglers.
Yeah, sometimes people dress up as like the Umbrella Corporation, or like the Walking Dead people, and they pretend they're getting the zombies. It's fun.
So it's just an event for all the nerds, all us horror nerds and zombie nerds to get together and hang out and help a good cause. And we'll be there as the Mummy. Should we be zombie Mummy and Monkey? Yeah.
Maybe just regular Mummy Monkey.
Let's figure something out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Let's see. Mark says, in my humble opinion, the collective attention span is narrowing. The dwell time of many individuals is diminishing. Well, I think it depends on.
I understand. I that's what I think people thought.
I partially agree with that.
But it's a context thing, because when somebody binge watching, to me, does not describe a limited, or a what do you call it, what you just said, a stunted watch time. No, binge watching could be 13 episodes of a 1 hour show, so 13 hours. That's not a short attention span.
Yeah, there are people who are binge watching things. Hold on,
oh
cats.
my gosh,
Jack,
what is all that?
Jack,
are they fighting? Yeah,
no,
so
they're trying to do something else.
I think it's in the instance there. It's an instance thing, like, or a contextual thing. Like, obviously there are the TikTok, show me 2 seconds of someone shaking their whatever, and dancing. There's that. But then,
there's the 60-second, the short clips that people scroll through now and watch.
On the same device, you can switch over to your HBO on demand or whatever. And they're churning out these miniseries and things. So there's TikTok 2-second videos, and then there's here's the whole run of season 1 of this new show.
Right.
They keep cranking them out. So what's the real answer there? I don't know.
So sorry about that, guys. So we have a cat named Jack that's a loudmouth. He is the most fraidy cat you'll ever meet. And he's a huge loudmouth, and when we're doing stuff here and talking...
He's a lover, not a fighter, I'll just say that.
Yeah, and he tries to... I won't go there, but...
It's like San Quentin.
They're both neutered, but sometimes they try to do things to each other.
It doesn't matter.
And it's all kinds of weird.
Between these two guys. And Louis just lets it happen. It's like, what are you doing, dude? Fight back. But sometimes they'll attack Jack, so...
They both, kind of
nuts.
Wrestle each other and do stuff.
I don't know what's going on there.
Our cats are weird. Cats are weird.
They just do their own thing, and anyway, nature finds a way, as they said in Jurassic Park.
Grandpappy says, APL, very proud of you too. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we are happy to be a part of it. The person coordinating it is a model friend. Her name is Amber, and she's a nice lady. She loves animals. She has some rescue dogs of her own, and does a lot to help animals. So, Wiki Bobby, I watched 5 different horror shows from Friday nights to Sunday night. Mummy and the Monkey show to the best.
The Big Chuck
and Little John skits. I never get tired watching them.
Yeah,
thank you, Bobby.
Yeah, Chuck and John are they're classic. I mean, they're evergreen. That's just a Cleveland staple. If you grew up watching them their last program was 2016 or 2017. So they 2006 or 7. I'm sorry, 17. 2006 or 2007. I forget which year. I think it's a 7. Anyway, but they were on for a good clip, and for several 4 decades, 5 decades.
Oh yeah, they had a wild career.
So anyway, so never get tired watching those guys. Nice knowing them too.
People are laughing at the cat situation.
Well.
Joe says, "Hey now."
Gotta break them up. Gotta put the hose on them. Turn the hose on them.
Like, dude.
Cool that down.
And he's so loud. It's like, stop.
Ew.
So embarrassing. John goes, my buddy Steve Eggs does them. He always dressed up as a zombie.
Yes,
we know Steve.
Eggs.
Steve's cool.
Eggs is cool. We ran into him at that Archwood.
At a garage sale.
At the street sale.
Yeah, we saw him at a garage sale.
Yeah, he's cool, dude. We'll see him next week.
Yeah, so that's fun.
I wonder, he might even be at this Sanyo. Who knows?
Maybe.
But
all right, so we talked a lot about the Mummy and the Monkey. Oh, our Halloween special will air on Halloween night at 8:00 p.m. So right after Trick or Treat. It's going to be a premiere, so we're going to have it all ready, kind of put together, ready to go, because on Halloween night, we also want to celebrate. We're going to give out candy. We're going to, have some cider and relax. So, we'll still have some fun content for you on Halloween. We just won't be live streaming. Great show Friday, says James. Thank you, James.
We have so much fun, and we look forward to doing it. We love hanging out with everybody. It is very communal for us.
Yeah.
It's very therapeutic.
It's cool.
And it means a lot more now, too, since I've been working full-time again. So it's look forward to it even that much more.
Well, that leads into the rest of the podcast where we talk about the reselling side of things and eBay and thrifting and scavenging, because that's another thing that we enjoy doing, and it helps pay some of the bills.
Yay.
So you have a full-time gig now, kind of like a Monday through Friday thing going on.
I design toys.
You get to design toys.
It's great, gift toys and all kinds of cool stuff. Yeah, and I've done this before. Throughout my career, my whole career has been in the graphic design and toy design and industry. So I was let go a bunch of years ago, 4 years ago, longer than that. 2018, was it 4 years ago?
4 years ago.
And from my last gig, and I was there for 6 years. And I just thought I would never work for anybody again by choice. I was selling on eBay and doing a lot of freelance work for whoever would want to hire me for
different clients,
art jobs and things like that. We were doing all right. We're here. But I was happy. I didn't have to. I was doing my own thing, and it was scary at sometimes, but not really. We had a.
So we always got by.
Yeah, we got by.
It's just.
And then I got an offer from a place that was really good and fun. So, that's the thing. Super busy, super crazy, but I love it. The worst thing for me is sitting around not doing anything. I can't do that.
Yeah.
So especially when I work for any place, I need to always be doing something.
Right.
And I'm sure they would like that.
Well, yeah, it's good to keep busy.
So yeah, but there's no shortage of work, which is great.
So this company originally was a client of yours. You were doing freelance, and then they hired you on full time.
Yes.
And it was, it was a nice offer. So
it's all. But it was more than the offer. It was the what kind of work. That's very particular to me. It's stuff I love to do. I mean, why not? Why not? I mean, so I was never opposed to work for a place again. It just had to be the right job. Just like with the horror host stuff. I mean, would we do a network show? Absolutely, if it was the right fit.
We're definitely open to TV offers, but it would have to be the right fit.
Right. And so the same thing with this job. I mean, it was the right fit, and it came at a perfect time, financially. Because the gas light was on. I'll just say that. Like,
well, it was just with the price of everything going up. It was just difficult for us to save money, get things fixed around the house.
Yeah, I don't want to get into that.
So there's a lot of details there that it was like, okay, well, this should take care of.
Well, it's we're good for a little.
And then my eBay is also building up, and I'm building that up, and sales are up.
Yeah.
So I'm happy about that, and I listed some cool things recently, and some of those
some good hits. I mean,
some of those cool things I listed sold very fast
for a good price.
Yes.
Not $10.
No.
Although
I sell a lot of $10 and $20 things. I think $31 is my average sale on eBay, like the average sale price. But it all adds up. So I have over 2,000 items in my eBay store, and it's like keep the inventory, keep listing.
Now
send offers out, lower the price if you need to.
Yeah.
If something doesn't sell after a while, make some adjustments to move it.
Right. So everything is moving forward, and that's good. And we either way we would figure out how to make it. And I know a lot of people are struggling out there, and I don't want to get into the.
Yeah, we don't want to get too into the.
But everybody, so
everyone's like, everyone's got stuff they're going through. Yeah,
I mean, is anyone just like going to the grocery store anymore going, what the hell? Oh my God, everything is obviously up at least $1 or more. And it's just like, good Lord.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so I'm busy doing that, and I still do eBay. I still have stuff up on my eBay store. My sales have not been so great because I can't list as much. And that's because it's another reason. Again, it's all my personal stuff. But I will get back into that mode, because actually, now that I have this, this full-time job, I can't take any freelance stuff, especially if it's, I can, but like doing storyboards or something for a commercial or something. But for some of the people I've done for, I could do that. Because there's no conflict there.
Yeah, it just can't conflict with the company you're working for.
I'm not going to do any toy stuff or anything like that for anybody else. So I'll have more time, I think, to devote to eBay, and that'll be my side gig. But what's nice about this is I don't have to, it's going to be a messy tax year for us, period. This is going to be a crazy tax year.
We'll sort it out.
Because of the way I
sort it
did
out.
this thing. Because now I don't have to work. Well, half of the year I'm going to have to pay the self-employment. The other half I'm not.
Yeah, and when you're self-employed, you get taxed more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like to discourage you from.
Yeah, it's almost like they punish you for being your own boss.
And then you really
shame on you.
And you really feel the more that you make, the more they take thing. Because you really need to.
You really feel that because you're like, oh, I owe how much?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This first couple $1,000s has to go where before I can see any of the, you know what I mean? That's what it is. Whatever your estimated tax is, and they break it up throughout the year, you have to clear that, and then you have a profit. You know, that has to just go.
There's a lot there. Yeah, there's a lot there.
Anyway.
But okay, so
good troubles to have, I guess, right? Because at least you're working and doing something.
Speaking of Halloween at eBay. Yes. So I have like a handful of these guys left.
Ooh,
I bought one for us to keep, and then I bought others to sell.
And they light up.
And what's really cool is they light up. These are vintage reproductions, so they're made to look vintage, and they're made out of that blow mold plastic, and they light up.
Yeah, they're really cool. Look at those. That looks great.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
It looks better on the camera than it does in real. Not that.
They're very cute.
So you got a few left in your store. So.
I have a handful of these left in my store. People seem to really like them. And then I have another one too. It's like a ghost. And then I've got a pumpkin one with a cat, I think. But yeah, people are really liking these. And I ship them fast. Like if someone bought one, I would send it out the next day.
Yep. I gotta pack up some stuff.
I bought something for us at the Walmart the other day. Some new Halloween lights. I want to hang up Halloween lights later.
Yes, we're gonna Halloween the house up a little bit. Tonight, after I make a beautiful dinner.
Yeah, we're gonna have some yummy dinners.
I'm hungry already.
I'm hungry too.
What are we having? Ravioli and chicken.
Ravioli and chicken.
Garlic bread.
Salad. Let's read some comments. Please. Oh, Virtual Vicky, the gas down here is $5.70 a gallon. Woof, wow.
I do the middle. Not the premium. I do the.
But the one in the middle.
Yeah, it was $4 the other day.
Yeah, I think it's like $3 something for just regular unleaded.
Yeah. I do super, but yeah, it's like going down. But it depends where you are, I guess. They're still bilking people. Vicky says
the cheap Totino's pizzas have almost doubled in price at Walmart in 2 years. And then Virtual Vicky, Grim, can we something you have designed toy-wise at some point? Can we see something you have designed toy-wise at some point?
Yeah.
Or is it like all secret sort of stuff that you can't share?
I've got stuff. I could bring something down and show you.
Oh, you should.
What's James Muscarella has a good question.
Stasha is going to have a special Halloween episode for her skit.
I think we should. I can talk about that.
We thought of doing something special with Stasha and Yashu. I'm blind, says SP Cruiser. I'm sorry, did the LED light blind you? That is pretty bright. So this is just to test it, but there's a switch on the bottom where you could turn it on and off. Does it blink? No. It's just the on and off switch. So you could have the eyes glowing like the whole time, and it could like sit in your window or something. Or sit on a table in a dark room with the glowy eyes. So yeah, that's cool. And it takes, I think they take AA batteries. There's batteries in there. So later on, you just have to change out the batteries. Because, the ones that come with it don't seem to last that long.
This is a big boy. So a bunch of years ago, when I was doing some freelance for Toys R Us, they had a line called Animal Planet, like the TV show.
Wow, look at that beast.
This is a...
You designed all that?
Mm-hmm. This is, they wanted to do, they did like straight up animal stuff, like adventure, like, safari stuff, where you have a truck and little safari guys and animals. Then he wanted to do a fantasy thing, like a Bigfoot. And this is a two-headed cobra. Where is that? I actually have one of the cobras loose. I found it in a thrift store. They wanted it like in a Indonesian or some kind of like temple. Here it is on the back. But I had to design the characters and the
It's got the ring light reflection.
I had to design the characters. These go for like almost $150 now. They're hard to find. But yeah, I got to design the characters, like the little guys, all the little other creatures. There's like giant scorpions in here, and
Can you do a close up on the like flip it around?
yeah, I'm trying. I tried.
Oh,
That's all right.
Is that heavy?
No, it's just cumbersome.
Wow, so you designed all those little guys.
Yeah, like but more, the temple, and it has like little moving doors on the inside, and like I said, the giant two-headed cobra. It's just kind of a fantasy thing. It's not based on reality, obviously, but that was fun to do. And I had to run out and get one of those before they're hard to get. And I didn't design the game, but I did the artwork for this packaging. It's a game that came out this year called Zombie Chase. So I got to do all the packaging and design the board game, the actual graphics for the board. This opens up, so it's like a boy and a girl on the outside, right? They're like that. Mm-hmm. And then when you open it up, there's zombies.
Oh no, they're zombified.
Yeah, so I got to work on this whole game. I did the playing pieces, everything, the board, all the stuff that came with it. So yeah, I look at the stuff like I did that. I don't even, what I mean, I just do this. It's my job, but it's a lot of fun. So yeah,
it is really cool.
That's how I put food in our bellies and a roof over our head.
He is a fabulous, talented artist.
That's what I like. It's and this and our Mummy and the Monkey show. Just go back. That's all, folks.
Well, show your jacket. Show the back of the jacket. He designed the logo.
Oh yeah, I mean,
for the Mummy and the Monkey.
This is one of the first things I did for us. I mean, everyone knows that, right?
So he designed that logo. Yeah. So the Mummy and the Monkey logos and graphics.
We save a ton of money on getting the artwork done.
Because he does the artwork for it. So I'm very lucky.
Yep, we are lucky together. Because,
we're both very lucky.
But
to have your art skills.
But our show is great because it lets us use our creative, artist. Because she's an artist too. She does her own fashion design stuff. She'll do the sketches and then create costumes based on that.
So years ago,
fashion designer.
And I never got to pursue it, but I was accepted to the Cleveland Institute of Art, and the cost of tuition is way too insanely high. Even 20 years ago, the cost of tuition was too high, even with grants and scholarships. So unfortunately, I did not get to go to the Cleveland Institute of Art, but I wanted to go for fashion and design, maybe stuff like that. Yeah, and I dabble in music, so that. I wrote the theme song for our show, and a couple of them actually, different theme songs. So we get to play with that a little bit. So the show is a huge creative outlet for a lot of the things that we like to do, for fun and professionally. Yeah. So back to eBay. So I had a really fun thing happen. I had a return again, another return. Oh yeah, you had some issue with a return. Within the month, I've got 2 different returns on brand new sealed items. Okay, could they be damaged? Absolutely, who knows? But they were never used. One was a pair of headphones that, when the person returned it to me, they returned it with partial packaging. Again, this was a new item. They said it didn't work. They took everything out. They sent me the headphones back, but in just a plastic acrylic case and not all of the other stuff that said what it was. Oh, it was just rattling around in there. So they just swapped it out for their broken one. And I don't even know I don't know. I got to check to see. I'd like to know. I got to call them tomorrow for this other case. Okay. That just happened. So I get a return request. All right. The buyer sells me a photograph of the item. Not the same. It's the same item, but it's a totally different. Like a different box and stuff? Well, the packaging was cut. It was real scraped up, and it had a residue of a sticker, like a price tag that was on there. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't remember any of that on the package, on the sealed item I sent him. It was a garage door opener type of thing that links to your phone. But I bought it for $4 and sold for $70 in a few days. I was like, this is great, because they do sell. So I'm like, well, why did you cut it looks like someone cut the UPC symbol, the UPC off the back. Mm-hmm. It was cut. Imagine like a clamshell plastic, vac formed thing where you have to cut it open. It was one of those types of packages, but there was a big notch cut out of the side where the UPC might have been. I'm like, but that I could see somebody just doing to open it or whatever. But I could tell that the package was not the same condition. So I looked at my original listing photos. Mine's super clean. Yeah. Super clean. There's no residue on it from a price tag.
and the price tag that was on it was a totally different shape. So it's, you know what I mean? I know what I sold. So I'm like, no. So I got a hold of eBay. Like I got a hold of them like 15 minutes before they stopped taking calls, and they picked right up, and or called me right back. And so they were like, okay, we'll put, I said, look, this person, was trying to do this. So they sent the item back. They sent me back the package I sent them, the item. Now, what I don't know is if they swapped it. If they apparently they have the same item, but a different, because he sent me a photograph of this cut up one.
Yeah.
Then he sends me mine back, opened. So he probably swapped the thing.
He probably just swapped it.
But the
and
idiot
did not give an F.
But the idiot sent me the photograph. If he would have sent me a picture of what I sent him, it would be really hard for me to prove that this thing wasn't defective, or that he might have another one he could have swapped it out with. And it's a guy that owns a garage shop, or he has a garage. I think it's a mechanic.
Oh, okay. So he runs a business himself.
So who knows? He could have tons of these things.
He's like, whatever. I'm just gonna swap.
I'm gonna get a free one. I'll order this.
I want my
guy.
free. Yeah.
Then I'll say it doesn't work. Get my money back, because eBay just gives everybody their money back. And but I'm saying
because people treat it like Amazon. They think they could just send whatever they want.
Like back. I could have like tons to replace it.
And with eBay, it's oftentimes a smaller seller just selling like one thing.
So I'm like,
not like a whole warehouse of things.
And I talked to 2 different people, and I told them, I said, look, I don't know what they're doing, but I said this is a little weird, a little fishy, and if they shouldn't be abusing eBay's return policy. They're basically, you got to watch their account. Because they might be. They probably have done.
And they could do it to other people.
They're doing it more to eBay. eBay can't have idiots like that.
So they're taking advantage of eBay. They're taking advantage of you, the seller.
Yeah, like, well, why rip me off?
And they could go to other people and do the same thing and rip them off. So, I think they really need to curb that.
So, and I need to finish. I'll follow up tomorrow. And the interesting thing is too, I wrote the guy directly and sent him all the photographs. I said, dude, eBay is looking into this. I didn't accuse him of anything. I just said, here's what you sent me, the photograph you sent me, and here's the package you sent me. Obviously, there are 2 items here, and eBay's going to look into it. Yeah, that's all I said. I just not.
So follow up tomorrow.
Because eBay wanted me to send him photographs.
Yeah, follow up the next business day, and then see if they could do anything.
But man,
most of the time eBay's just like whatever.
Yeah, they'll probably
just gives the people whatever they want.
Yeah. So, but the guy wins though, because he has the item that works. If he really did swap it out, he has the item, and even if he doesn't get his money pulled, he probably will get his money.
Well, the whole idea is he wants his free, right?
Yeah. Hopefully, they don't give him any.
He's cheating it.
But he still gets it. But he still wins, because even if they don't give him his money back, he still has the item that's worth $70. So he still wins.
Well, no, in his mind he would lose because he didn't want to pay for it.
Well,
but
he got what he paid for, something. But yeah, so that doesn't happen often, but when it does, it's really sad. Now the question is, when we list new things, should we have no returns on there? Because if someone opens it and breaks it, or
on some items I did put no returns,
even though eBay will make you.
But it's very rare for me. On most of my items, I do accept 30-day returns. Yeah. And on some electronics, like I don't have a lot of video games listed on my store, but the ones that I do, there were some where I put free returns just because I didn't want it to be a big hassle. Like if someone's like, oh, that way they can't use item not as described. If they want to return something, they can't put that against you. And then that way, if they do send it back damaged or something, then you can decide how much you're going to refund them. You don't have to give them the full refund. Right. So I'm going to read some comments here.
And somebody did mention, they said that, who said that stopped doing eBay because of that?
Where did it go?
Mark Hodges?
Mark says, stuff like that is why I don't do eBay anymore.
And
there's a lot of eBay people who have left because of reasons like that. Yeah. Because it was like driving them nuts.
You still have the ultimate story with the baby doll return. Unbelievable.
Oh my God.
Angry mother effer.
Watch your...
I said mother effer.
Oh, okay. But yeah, this was like 3 or 4 years ago when I was just starting to sell on eBay full time. Maybe 4 years ago. I sold like a little baby doll, like a vintage one.
It was thin plastic composition.
It was like maybe thin plastic
and crunchy, like
and kind of brittle. Yeah. But like I didn't know. I accidentally put that it was composition or some other type of material when it was plastic. And I made a mistake in the listing.
The reason for the return was the material that you listed it as.
Yeah, he said that it was not as described because it was not the whatever material I put, and
was it broken?
In the photos you could tell it was plastic.
So here's the kicker.
I think in the description I might have put like made out of plastic, but then under item specifics I put the wrong thing by mistake.
So this is check this. So she gets a return, and it's for a difference in material. Send the item back.
So there was a little bit of a back and forth. I did apologize to the guy. I said, look, I made a mistake in the item specifics, but you could tell in the picture it's made out of plastic. And there was this weird, like, angry back and forth with him, like really over a doll.
Just send it back. Get your money back.
So I accepted the return. He sent it back, but he sent it back. The box was... like
a small box. Like
it was a box like this, and it was all in a million pieces. Like he took a sledgehammer and just, you know,
it was. She poured it out like you put
he smashed the doll to smithereens,
like cornflakes,
and stuffed it in the box like cornflakes, and sent it to me like that.
A-hole.
Like that's how angry this person was. It was really weird.
Yeah, it wasn't like, oh, the doll's broken. It was like, it was fine when you sent it.
Yeah.
Send it back. The jerk destroys the doll and gets his money back.
Wow.
Right? They approved his
I had to give him his money back, but I did block him later. I did block that person later.
Yeah. Well, I wrote the guy. I was going to say I did write the person with the garage door thing, and they haven't written back yet, which is interesting to me. You'd think they would go, I didn't do anything. Nope, quiet.
Yeah. Let's read some comments now. John Suto, hey Mummy and Monkey, did you know that yesterday was Gordon's birthday? Yeah. He's the director who gave us The Amazing Colossal Man, The Earth versus the Spider, The Cyclops, and Tormented, a movie that you showed. Hey, John, no, we didn't know. That's really cool.
No, but happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Bert.
Happy heavenly birthday, I think.
Yeah, I don't know if he's still, is he still with us?
No.
Or did he pass away?
He had to have, right?
I mean, it was a long time ago, so he might have passed by then.
Had to have.
David says, go Guardians. Oh, did they win? Was there a game today?
Cleveland's kicking some butt.
Cleveland's doing good.
That name change seemed to help.
Maybe it lifted the Cleveland curse.
Did we talk about that?
I don't want to go there. People get really heated over things like that. No. Just no. Just no. No.
Well.
Go Guardians.
Yes.
And we'll leave it at that.
But that makes you want to support the Guardians now.
Well, I'm not a sport person. I'm not a very sporty person, but I don't mind baseball. Like I'll listen to baseball on the radio sometimes, or I'll check the score, from time to time to see how they're doing. But yeah, Thunder? It is Thunder. Cool. It's thundering out. Bert is still alive. He's 101.
No, well, then forget the heavenly part. Happy birthday, old man.
Happy earthly birthday, dude.
You young fella.
101.
You little young man. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Good for him. Hanging in there.
That's really great.
The amazing Bert Gordon.
I have a great aunt that is like 104. She's still around. I'm surprised.
Well, what's so great about her?
That she's still 104. that she's alive. That's pretty great.
So pretty great. That is awesome. I did not know that, John. That's good. Wow. I wish we would have known that.
We'll have to look them up. That's cool.
Amazing Colossal Man's a great movie.
Yeah, those are great movies.
It's one of those movies that Stan Lee definitely got an origin story for the Hulk from. I've noticed that about a lot of horror movies. I know that Marvel, before they were Marvel, they were Atlas Comics, and they put out a bunch of horror monster titles. And there's a lot of science fiction movies that are real close to, that looks like, I think Stan Lee may have been influenced by some of these things. Like the beginning of The Amazing Colossal Man is exactly like how the Incredible Hulk how Bruce Banner got irradiated. It was a test. They were blowing up a nuclear bomb. And the pilot got too close. His plane crashed. He got too close to it, and he gets exposed. He does, and even it's almost picture like panel for panel, like Glenn Manning. he tries to go out there and help a pilot get out of a plane or something like that. Yeah. And he runs out of the bunker, and then the Flash, and he's like this, just like Bruce Banner is in the comic. I mean, gets exposed to the radiation, and he grows real big.
The comic book people were definitely inspired by those cheesy B movies, though. There were a couple. Those fun retro monster movies. And
there's a handful of them. There's even the term X-Man in an old movie that predates the X-Men movie.
Yep.
They use the word X-Man. The movie, what's it called? Spider Island, the horrors of Spider Island. A guy, they go these models and they get their plane crashes in the ocean and they wash ashore of this island that has uranium deposits in it, and the guy is bit by an irradiated spider and turns into a man spider. That movie came out very close to the time Amazing Fantasy 15 came out. The first
I'm sure they were very heavily influenced by those movies.
And there was another one that was so blatant. I was like, wow, Stanley really, he had to have seen these movies.
All right, well, let's read some more comments and then let's finish. We're going to wrap up the podcast here. Virtual Vicky says, I recently got a bunch of Bob Wilkins creature feature DVDs on eBay. They were so great for me. Memories of the horror hosts I grew up with. Oh, that's great.
Wow, where'd you get those? Let us know. I'd like, eBay.
Yeah, you'll have to let us know who is selling those. I'd like to pick up some. Yeah. Wiki Bobby says, now on eBay, that happened. Oh, it happened with him and his brother buying stuff. You send the money to them, but then they don't send stuff to you.
That's bad.
And then they close their account and disappear with the money. Well, that's a bad seller. And now I think there's ways to track that where you can get your money back. Yeah. So yeah, that's awful that
that's
happened.
Horrible. Yeah. And people were like, there's bad buyers and there's bad sellers. There's abuse on both sides.
It's not good to be either one.
And someone has said, sorry you went through that. It's fine. I mean, we're just talking the business.
Yeah, we're just talking shop.
But it does happen. So,
yeah, I mean, we've had this happen a bunch of times, and it is normal to get returns from time to time.
That's fine. I got no problem with that.
The good thing is most of my people are happy with what they buy.
I just have a problem when someone tries to pull, hoodwink you with that.
Well, I did that one video almost a month back of the eBay Karen. And if you guys missed my eBay Karen video, look it up here on our channel. And I went into detail about what happened with my eBay experience.
Detail.
Yes.
We went to some yard. Oh, we talking about yard sales winding down. Remember that? Do we want to?
Yeah, we could do that for a few minutes, and then. Will you guys be at Cinema Wasteland? Yeah.
You better believe it.
We will be.
We got to get ready for that. You bet your Barber Papa will be there.
There you go. Yeah. So the garage sales are winding down.
Like our show.
Yes, we're not
Perfect segue.
We're not seeing that many of them. The weather's getting a little bit chilly here. Getting cold. So it's like, and what's weird is earlier in the week it was like 90 degrees. Now it's like, now that the first day of fall hit, boom, and now it's chilly.
That's fine
with us. Because most of September it was actually very warm and it felt like summertime.
And that's fine with us. Great sleeping weather.
Yeah, I like the cooler weather.
It's awesome. So we hit a few and garage sales, and I picked up a couple things. This is a quick show and tell. But yeah, someone had these Revell Star Wars.
They're model kits.
Episode 1 or not episode 1, but this is a solo from the movie Han Solo, and this is a Resistance A-wing fire. But
here, let me hold.
They're sealed. They want $2 a piece. I paid for these. That's not bad. I think I can get 15 to 20. Each for each one. 15 would be fine.
So he found those at a yard sale the other day.
And there's a Rogue One ship. But so there's still deals to be had out there.
Right.
You picked up some fun stuff.
Yeah, I picked up some sterling silver and vintage glassware pieces. I listed those, and like vintage like refrigerator magnets and little collectibles and some tapes. So yeah, there's still like estate sales and like the indoor sales, but as far as garage sales are concerned, I think that's pretty much done. Unless if we get some more like 70-degree days, which I don't know if we will for a while.
Yeah, I'll just read some of the questions and stuff or comments.
Vicky says going to be 90s there tomorrow.
Crazy.
Woo!
Yeah.
They still have their heat wave.
I've got a lot of stuff to list. I might try to do a little bit of that tonight. We'll see. I've
been working on painting. So we have like this weird little creepy half bathroom in our basement. And I've just been like repainting and trying to like clean that up and make it look prettier.
Girly.
Make it look girly and a little bit nicer.
Everything's glittery and blue. I'm not welcome there.
You can still go there. It's just a little more girly, that's all. So, just little stuff like that. Just trying to, fix up some things in the house. And I want to put out more Halloween. So thank you guys for tuning in to the podcast.
Yes, always.
And if you like chatting with us for the live podcast, or if you like commenting later, you know, give the video a like. It does help with the YouTube algorithm and getting it out there so it can be seen more.
Yeah, and someone asked about haunted houses. I don't know.
Any haunted houses you will be appearing at?
We've been invited.
We've been invited. We were welcomed back at Ghoul Brothers. We were also welcomed at the Akron Haunted Schoolhouse.
Yep.
So I'm not sure. We would like to go to one of them at least. We're not sure which ones yet or what days. And October 8th is that zombie walk, so we will be there. So
yeah.
Not quite a haunted house, but it's a fun little charity event.
Right. Yeah, but yeah, who knows? I mean, we kind of sometimes do things last minute, so you'll be the first to know out there. All of you will be the first to know.
So yeah, follow us on the social medias. We're trying to build up our Twitter also. If you guys are big tweeters, or if you're Twitter heads.
You know what I want to say, but
no, don't say that word. You can follow us on Twitter. We are MummyAndMonkey on Twitter, and then we're on Instagram and all that stuff. So thank you guys so much. Have a good Sunday evening. Or whatever evening you're watching us on.
Get some pumpkin spice stuff. It's going to be good.
Yes, get cozy. Enjoy the pumpkin spice.
Watch some monster movies. Check out that movie Siren. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed.
All right. Bye, guys.
See ya.